I am here today in beautiful Amsterdam North at Fiction Factory with Marije Remigius, the sustainability manager. And Marije, what do you do on a daily basis?
Here at Fiction Factory, we produce a lot of interiors, custom made, and I try to make them sustainable and circular as possible. Like a whole system change that you have to facilitate to be able to do it like that. Yeah, you could say that. So I'm working now here almost 24 years, and 4 years ago I started as a sustainability manager here, and 20 years before that I have been making very beautiful waste. Yes, because the projects that we do are really temporarily. So I think 80% of our work doesn't last for more than a year. And it's not because of the quality, but it's just that the client wants something different. And I really thought, okay, you know what, this is also becoming waste. So maybe I should collect that waste then. So I'm trying to close the circle within the projects that we do to take the stuff back. So the thing is that now we are trying to solve the problem at the end, right? So as we're talking about it now, but of course we have to change things from the beginning. When I started really to activate it here in the company, I saw that we could do more, also with the new techniques that we have nowadays with digital production. And yeah, so yeah, so there are some things that are sort of like new now to us because really to go sort of like into the real, like, a hardcore thing of it. A few years ago, we were asked by Stichting Nieuwe Helden, that now also has bio-based creations, is to build a 100% bio-based pavilion. And yeah, for me, this was the first time that someone asked me this kind of question and to think about bio-based building. So I did some research about it, and then I soon found out I wasn't allowed to use screws or steel hooks anymore, or steel cables, or all these kind of things that are really normal for us to use. Also, if you say design for disassembly, so bio-based building opened up, like a whole new world for me. And so we built the Grown Pavilion with them. And so we failed in making it 100% bio-based. We had to use some screws, but this is how it works, right? The ground pavilion for me was really interesting to have these talks with Pascal Leboeck, the designer of the pavilion. And I said, so, because the first time we built it in 2019 on the Dutch Design Week, and I said, well, that's 7 days, right? What will we do afterwards with it? And he said, well, it's bio-based. We can just sort of like throw it out in the garden, and then nature will love it, right? And I said, yeah, but I put lots of energy and love and sweat and tears into this one. I hope we're going to use it a bit longer than that one. And then so I came up with the plan because I know that it's sometimes a bit hard to rebuild something else the same way on another spot. There's costs involved, but thank God they came in contact with the Floriade Expo team, and so we built it already in 2020 over there. We took it down again and we built it again now here, really at the expo. And but the plan is that we're going to build it as much as possible, as many times. But afterwards, we will take responsibility of the materials and try to build something else with it. So yeah, I hope we can use it as long as possible, but in many places. But if not, then it's bio-based.
Then nature will love it, as you said.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
phrase to
Yeah.
mention.
Yeah. Go visit the Floriade. Yes, I would say that.
And you actually have designed a classification check on circular materials or sustainable materials. Could you explain it a little bit?
Yeah, so the last few years I've gained a lot of knowledge about materials, and the thing is that I have to share this knowledge with my colleagues. We have eight project managers here, but also we have a lot of architects and designers coming over here. And so I've been started to work on the classification tool, and I did this together with Cas, a student on the HVA. Yeah, to make a choice in materials, you have to know where they come from and how they are produced, and this is really very hard. And I know a lot of materials already working on an LCA certification, but this takes a lot of time, and I want to go forward very fast. And the first step is that we use the IDEMAT tool. So this is based on the eco cost. This is sort of like also the same basis for an LCA, but then based on how much you should have paid.
Hang on, LCA life cycle assessment.
Yes, yes, indeed. And then I make some choices that I find really important. So where does the material come from? how good is it? Is there already sort of like circular materials in there or recycled materials? Does the supplier take it back? And is it bio-based? Yeah.
Okay.
So, you want to have the materials as locally as possible. But if I say I want to sort of like only materials out of Amsterdam, then I don't have such a wide range. So I said, okay, within Europe would be the best. So this gets a higher grade. So and then from out of this whole classification, there comes a number, and the number sort of relates to a color. So some materials then get a red color, and
red is the lowest, I think.
Yes, red is the lowest. Yeah. And it slowly goes up into better colors. Is the color blue, because this is reclaimed wood from the Netherlands and also produced in the Netherlands, and this is also material that I would like to take back and reuse again. And as you can see, we don't have so many materials here in this blue-green section, and we are now working on it to make these sample boxes more bigger and with more materials. Yeah.
Great. That's a great purpose. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.